Welcome to Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15. Oh, have we got a dandy for you. It's a game, it's a rematch, and I just have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this to happen. It's Mill River and Jessica McDonald out there in a circle taking on Otter Valley and Taryn Foster. She'll be in a circle for Otter Valley. And happy birthday to Jessica McDonald, and I can't think of a better way to spend your birthday than to be pitching in the game, the matchup in the state of Vermont today. It was a 1-0 Mill River victory up in Brandon at Otter Valley. It was not, there was no score until the 6th inning when Katie Ketchum from Mill River had a double, went to third base on a wild pitch, and then scored on a slow infield ground ball. And we're going to be looking at Samantha Hanson, Jessica Bilodeau, Nancy Laughlin, and Abby Gage. Top four due up for Otter Valley in their very familiar and very traditional blue uniforms, coached by Patty Candon, one of the better coaches in the state of Vermont. And there's a strike call. McDonald was spectacular up in Otter Valley. She's been hot all season, but I think she saved her best effort, even though she didn't have her most strikeouts up there. She was in control, and defensively, I'd have to say, because I went and did the game in Otter Valley, and I've done other games with these two teams, playing other opponents, that was by far Mill River's best defensive effort up in Otter Valley. They played flawlessly, and they only allowed, McDonald only allowed one walk. That came in the 7th inning. So a 1-2 count, and a pitch on the way, and that's going to be off McDonald's glove. It's going to be to catch him. She's got time. She'll throw to first, and they'll have the 1-6-3 ground out. Again, one huge improvement this year for Mill River has been what was a good defense has become a very, very, very good defense. Now the very good hitting catcher, Jessica Bilodeau, up. 1 out, nobody on a very good day. A lot of Aries today. Now at the temperature near 70, it's a partly cloudy day. There's a slight breeze blowing in, but other than that, it couldn't be a better day to play softball. And it's going to be hit. Bannock will come up with it, throw to first, and get it. 2 down as they retire the first 2 batters. And now the very dangerous hitting, Nancy Laughlin. Again, both teams very focused in their pregame warm-ups. I was in both dugouts getting my lineups. Everybody was very intense. And again, it's got playoff atmosphere. A lot of people here, a lot of professional people who make their token appearance for their one softball game a year picked this one, and couldn't think of a better one for them to come to. McDonald, birthday today, and like I said, happy birthday to Jessica McDonald. Big swing and a miss. Oh, pulled the string on that pitch. It's Bannock at third base, Brandy Bannock defensively, and Katie Ketchum's at shortstop. Chelsea Redenis at second. Chrissy Murray is at first. And that's going to be fouled off. We'll stay with 2 strikes. Nicole Rao, or Nikki Rao if you want, is behind the dish. She's the catcher. Andrea Chambers is in center field. Right fielder is Kayla Plouffe. And Desiree Gray is in left field. You've got the defensive set now for Mill River in the red uniforms. And she'll get the strikeout. That's inning. McDonald pumping the fist. Looked pretty strong out there as she'll have a 1-2-3 first inning. And we'll be back with the batting order and the defensive alignments for the bottom of the first. Senior Taryn Foster, number 22, with her back to the camera right now, taking her warm-ups. She is pumped up, I can tell, just by the way she was doing her warm-ups and the way she came out. She has a Dick Celo taught technique on her first warm-up pitch. She'll start at the edge of the circle and run to the rubber and let the ball fly. And went about 6 feet over her catcher's head. She's a little jacked. She's ready to play. She has great control, doesn't walk a lot of people. She can get on a strikeout roll. And in that loss to Mill River up in Brandon, she surrendered just 1 hit, came in the 6th inning, ended up being the only run of the game. Foster's support behind her has only gotten better as the season has gone along. She has Ashley Bird at first base, Sam Hanson's at second, Megan Giddings at shortstop, Nancy Laughlin at third, Jessica Bilodeau behind the dish. Sarah Morrison's in left field, Megan Bradley in center, and Abby Gage is your right fielder. And I already mentioned Patty Candon is the head coach. Is Katie Ketchum, the shortstop, up, and she'll jump back for ball 1. And again, I think it's going to be one of those games, and I said this the first game, it's pitchers will dominate, balls put in play, it's whoever's defense is going to be the best that day, but it's going to be some little intangible play that will happen. It will not be a high-scoring affair, and that's going to be popped up, caught by Bilodeau. She dropped it. She will not drop many of those. She is cat quick behind the plate and a senior anchor back. She's got a lot of experience and just a darn good catcher, to be blunt about it. Outfield pretty deep for Ketchum. And they'll be inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're underway in the bottom of the first for scoreless. Jerry Munger, Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15, bringing the game today in the state of Vermont, Mill River, Otter Valley. And one other thing I want to really bring up here. She had her waving outside on that pitch, and that'll be strike 3, and that will retire Ketchum on strike somewhere. I missed a call, and hey, it happens. I'm as excited as the players and the parents. Chelsea Redenis up now. We'll take a look at Taryn Foster. Foster in her career has had a 20 strikeout performance in 1 game. And that's going to be caught. Bird with the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Nice job by Ashley Bird. Mill River coming in with a 13-win, no-loss record. And Otter Valley coming in 8-2, but having won 8 in a row. This is Murray up. And that'll be just a little bit low for a ball. So in their last 21 games combined for this season, they're 21-0. And obviously something's got to happen, something's got to give today in that. Remember last year, their memorable playoff game in the semifinals, these 2 schools took 10 innings and 2 days the game stretched over, and it was a win in extra innings by Otter Valley that propelled them into the title game against Linden. But both teams right now, right up there in the rankings and the seedings. And that's going to be a rise ball that came up too high. Foster throws 53, 58, 59. Can pump it up to 60 if she wants to. But it's her control of her 6 main pitches, and that'll be a walk, and that is a very rare thing for Foster. So Murray will get a walk, and Nicole Rao up now. How adventurous, and this is where the game can be, you can manufacture the run. Rao's got good power. She's had a couple home runs this year. Do you want to send the runner, take the bat out of Rao's hand? You want to put the runner in scoring position? Billadu behind the plate, like Rao, the catcher for Mill River. Billadu, the catcher for Otter Valley. Great arm, great accuracy. That's why this is going to be a decent matchup today. She got around on that, and foul ball for a strike. The other thing, just to take note too of that first game up in Otter Valley, I believe that was Mill River's 5th game of the season. That was only Otter Valley's 2nd game of the year, so that really does make a difference. Great pitch, strike, throw down to first, runner back safe. Oh yeah, Billadu and Rao both will throw any base, any count, anytime. But since that loss, to Mill River, Otter Valley's won 8 in a row, and Foster will have another strikeout that will end the inning and will be scoreless going into the 2nd inning of play from Mill River. Getting some impressive wins this year for this Mill River squad. They've swept Springfield, which is a very decent team. They beat Otter Valley on the road. They defeated Division I MAU, Division I Rutland, a very spunky MSJ team. And the first pitch at the 2nd inning is going to be a check swing foul. At the plate, Abby Gage, then Megan Bradley due up, and Megan Giddings, and if they can get to a 4th hitter, it'll be Ashley Bird. It was a 1-2-3 first inning for McDonald. She did have a strikeout, and she had 2 ground ball outs, and I'll do that complete defense for you in just a second, and can't get her to go after that rise ball. Chrissy Murray is at first base. 2nd base, Chelsea Redenis. Katie Ketchum, one of the captains, along with Murray, is at shortstop, and Brandy Bennick. That's going to be too far inside for a ball. Brandy Bennick's at 3rd base. Andrea Chambers is in center. Kayla Plouffe is in right. Desiree Gray is in left. And that's going to be past the pitcher to the shortstop. Ketchum to first base. There's the out. I don't believe, and I don't want to jinx anybody, I don't believe Ketchum's had an error here at home all season long. Like I said, very solid defense you're going to be watching on both sides here. Megan Bradley up, the center fielder, and getting time on, nice swing. A good pitch and a swing at the ball. It's dipped outside. She doesn't have a screwball, McDonald doesn't. She is working on one, but that certainly had screwball action to the right-handed hitter. Getting the show slap, and Bennick will just take it off the turf, and Brandy Bennick getting her first year at varsity softball and making the most of it, doing a great job at the hot corner. And 2 up, 2 down. And Megan Giddings up now, the shortstop. Last time I taped the game up in Otter Valley between these 2 schools this year, I had 57 minutes of tape. That's remarkable. That was keeping on air for the conferences on the circle. That only happened twice. That's a swing and a miss and a strike. McDonald catching and firing. She's feeling it. She started the season hot, and she's just been hot ever since. Like I said, she had a 16 strikeout game this year against Division I Rutland. And that's going to be into the dugout screen. Made a couple of people jump. Got a couple road trips planned going up to Otter Valley. Coach Candon always accommodating up there to me. Got some more Mill River softball for you. And, of course, some MSJ softball. And that pitch will be outside. And West Rutland heading over to West Side. Paul Dunch's squad starting to come together now. So plenty more spring action, sports action for you. And it's a fall ball. And, of course, Coach Carter's MSJ boys varsity team. And then June 19th, American Legion Post 31 baseball action opens up against Granville Post 323 at St. Peter's Field at 5:30. Also on Munger Vision all summer long. And that's going to be the Plouffe. She'll make the catch in another 1-2-3 inning. And Kayla Plouffe with a nice catch. We're scoreless going into the bottom of the second. Taryn Foster with last-minute words of encouragement from her second baseman, Sam Hansen. Foster with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts in that first inning is going to be looking at Jessica McDonald, Andrea Chambers, Kayla Plouffe, and if they go to a 4th hitter, it'll be Desiree Gray. Both pitchers in the batting order today for their teams. And McDonald all set. Foster setting up outside, or Billadou is. Foster to the outside, hit the spot perfectly, highly moved the glove. Too fast in a great location. Taryn Foster, a senior, has been a varsity starter since her freshman year at Otter Valley. And that's going to be foul ball. Bird came up with it, but it'll be a foul ball and an 0-2 count. And boy, I tell you, the pitchers are dangerous enough today, but when they're up in a count 0-2, you're really at their mercy here as to what they're going to throw. Foster, like her counterpart, working at a good clip. That's going to be a little comebacker. Foster fields her position well, throws to first. We have another out recorded. And again, this game's shaping up to be one of those close, nail-biting, late-inning, sweating bullets type finish. Chambers, the center fielder now, getting her first look at Foster. One thing I was wondering is if the game gets into the 3rd, 4th inning, and the second time through the order looking at the pitchers, the hitting's still suffering, which it probably will be on both teams. Will we see a little more small ball today? Will we make the pitchers break the rhythm? Will we make them move around the field? Will we put pressure on the defense? I mean, great pitch right there. That could be her screwball. She does have a screwball in her arsenal, and she does throw it. Rise ball, drop ball, change up, and just overpowered her. That was quick work, and her 3rd strikeout. And you can tell when things are going well. Foster catches and fires, and she's a chatterbox. She'll talk it up in a circle. She's a natural leader, and she's directing some traffic out there right now. And she's going to be looking at Kayla Plouffe. She's retired 3 in a row since that walk she issued. And she's looking to end the inning here and keep everything scoreless. And that's going to be the shortstop, and unofficially, that was hit so hard, I'm unofficial, I'll forget, but I would give her a hit on that. So really irrelevant what I would give her, but. So Plouffe on, second base runner for Mill River, and Desiree Gray up the left fielder. And Laughlin at 3rd base, even with the bag, and fields extremely well. We'll see what Mill River wants to do with their second opportunity here to have a base runner on bottom of the second. Yeah. They got her in a pickle, and they're going to throw down, and she's going to beat the throw. And it's going to roll around. Yep. That's what I mean by putting pressure on the defense. They did it that time without a bunt, but they did it with running, with moving the runner along. Puts her in scoring position now. 2 outs, though. A pitcher like Foster, she can take care of the problem herself with a strikeout. That's the luxury of having a power pitcher like Foster and like McDonald, is they can take care of the problem of needing the defensive help or a ground ball or fly out. They can just erase the hitter with a strikeout. I guess what I'm saying is they have the ability to strike out at a hitter at any point in the game. Runner at second, 2 down. Scoreless. You're watching Munger Vision on PEGTV. Good eye right there. Patience at the plate right now by Desiree Gray. It's easy to come up against a pitcher like Foster, who has a great reputation. She's got good stuff, a lot of heat, and be anxious and be lunging at pitches trying to get ahead of those fastballs. And that was pretty nasty. That was just a great pitch. No other commentary needed. So the first real scoring threat of the game. And that's going to be caught, and that will end the scoring threat. And Bird with a couple big defensive plays that inning, and we're going to go scoreless. Mill River and Otter Valley heading into the top of the third. So McDonald's retired the first 6 Otter Valley hitters in a row. And I do believe, without going back and checking my book, that she retired the first 8 in a row up in Otter Valley. She's at Ashley Bird, Taryn Foster, then Sarah Morrison to up in the top of the third. And she has registered that 1 strikeout back in the first inning. And that dropped off the table a little bit too early. It'll be ball 1. One thing you've noticed, too, she does pitch from ahead in the count most of the time. Like I said, she's not a pitcher that hurts herself. She doesn't issue. I have it as less than 1 walk per game, but we'll round up and say 1 walk a game. She doesn't hit batters on a regular basis. Hardly, there'll be several games in a row where she will not hit a batter. And it'll be a ball. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. And Otter Valley in the blue uniforms looking for their first base runner. Mill River on her home turf in the red uniforms settle in. It's going to be a good one. Great pitch. It's the location. And that'll even things up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So McDonald trying to get out that all-important leadoff hitter. Yeah, see, first 3-ball count for McDonald. See Rowell, good catcher, tried to slide the pitch in and frame it for the umpire. So we'll see what she'll come up with. Struck her out. Got her looking at strike 3. See where she came back? She was outside twice, and then she just brought it back inside and got her second strikeout of the game, and that's now 7 in a row retired by McDonald. Taryn Foster coming up from the right-hand side, taking on Jessica McDonald. Now Foster's hitting something she wanted to do this year. She wanted to get in and become a regular in the lineup, not only pitching but swinging the bat. And she's shown improvement. Right there, she knew the strike zone. She laid off that pitch for a ball. She'll take a glance down to head coach Patty Camden. Get the sign. And again, Shirley Bruce with the head coach at Mill River. Patty Camden, the head coach at Otter Valley. You talk about experience and a lot of wins and just good coaching. You got 2 of the best here today. On deck is Morrison, and that's a 1-1 count to Foster. McDonald looking outside. Came in high. Didn't get the call. Came in above the belt, and it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. Bennick in tight at the corner at third defensively for Mill River. And Foster with a mighty swing went to 1 knee. And nothing fancy about that. That was just rearing back and firing as hard as she could. And McDonald herself, mid-50s to the 60 mile an hour mark. It's just her uncanny ability to have that control and command of the pitches. And foul ball. Nikki Rao will head on down and pick it up. Again, game time temperature 68 degrees. A slight breeze, a breeze that will not interfere with the game today, and every now and then a cloud cover, but not couldn't really have too much better weather to watch 2 great teams play. That'll be to McDonald. She'll bag it, snag it, and toss her out. So she will retire the second hitter of the inning on a little 1-3 comebacker. That is now 8 retired in a row. Sarah Morrison, the number 9 hitter, then top of the order, Sam Hansen. Each pitcher just breezing along. That rise ball teased her, but she didn't commit on it. Now it'll be ball 1. Morrison, the left fielder. McDonald, just a junior. So, boy, she's going to be a pain in the rest of the league's butt all next year, too. Mill River 13-0, taking on 8-2 Otter Valley. Actually, a lot on the line here, because it's the seedings. Remember last year, Otter Valley finished number 2, and Mill River finished number 3. And it was that trip that Mill River had to take up in the semifinals to Otter Valley. That's a strike call there. So McDonald with 2 strikeouts, looking to end the inning on a strikeout. We'll wind it up, and did she go? They appeal, and they didn't get the call. You can see McDonald with a little jump. Like Foster, she's a fun person to talk to. She loves the game of softball, gets along great with her teammates, and she enjoys being out in the circle. That's popped up, coming to center field. Chambers will make the grab, and there's the third out. 9 in a row retired. So the first time through the batting order, McDonald sets them down in order. All 9 gone. 0-0 the score. So Taryn Foster will be looking at the number 9 hitter for Mill River here in the bottom of the third. It's going to be Brandy Bennick, the third baseman, and Hanson again, talking of Foster, hands her the ball. We're good to go. We've got a scoreless duel here in North Clarendon, Vermont, USA on Munger Vision on PEGTV. Foster with 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 base hit. Bennick all set from the right side. Bilodeau with the target, the pitch, and ball 1. And you still have Bird at first base, Ashley Bird. Sam Hanson's at second, Megan Giddings at short. Nancy Laughlin at third base, and of course Bilodeau behind the dish. Foster in the circle, do the outfield for you in just 1 second. 2 balls, no strike count. Abby Gage in right field, Megan Bradley in center, and Sarah Morrison is your left fielder. And the sidelines filled up nicely. This has got a playoff feel, a playoff crowd, and playoff quality teams. Great pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike. Taking all the way was Bennick. We haven't seen any hint of small ball here other than the first time around by Ketchum. And just can't catch up to it. Quickly, Foster evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Ketchum is the on-deck hitter, and I already said this before, but she'll represent the top of the order. Foster will just step out, gather her composure, get set, find the grip she wants on the ball, and fires away. Yep, good night. Great movement on that pitch from senior Taryn Foster. That now becomes her 4th strikeout in 2 1/3 innings, and Ketchum up. She struck out back in the first inning. Ketchum with Laughlin even at the bag. See if she'll swing away or lay down the bunt. Shows bunt, jumps back, and see if she turned the bat. They're going to peel it, and it did look like she brought the bat through. And yeah, that's a strike. That's a good call. They went down to Milt Sanderson down at third base, and yeah, unfortunately Katie Ketchum, when she pivoted her body around to get out of the way of the pitch, she never broke the stance of the bat, and it's a strike. Yeah, and now quickly down 0-2. Well, this is a tough spot to be in against Taryn Foster, no matter who you are. 0-2. Went changeup. I've been waiting for that one. Changeup floated on her, and it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don't catch him. Oh, no, she got that right off the fingers. Yeah, she's going to shake that one off. She took a swing, and it was ball, finger, bat. She made a sandwich out of her knuckles. And I'm trying to see, oh, that's her left hand. That would be her glove hand. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of irreplaceable parts on both teams. Ketchum will be one of those parts. Not only because of her glove at shortstop and her bat at the plate, but also because just her leadership ability out there. And I can't believe, yeah, she's going to, no matter if that thing swells up to be 10 times the size it should be, she's going to stay there and play. And that's not a hit batter. She was at part of the swing and hands part of the bat. And she'll stay in there with a 2-strike count. And she got a piece of it. Gage going to run out of turf there. Good effort by Abby Gage. But she'll chase it down, and Katie Ketchum will stay alive. And if there is a bright spot, it's not her throwing hand that got hit. So Foster and Ketchum, a nice little duel here with 1 down, and got her. Took something off that one, got her for the 2nd time, striking out. So back-to-back strikeouts will leave the bases empty for Chelsea Redenis, who flied out to the first baseman, Bird, her only time up. We're in the 3rd, 0-0. This is Redenis' first year of varsity ball, as is it's Bennick's first year of varsity ball for Mill River, and both of them have done an excellent job as adjusting to this higher level of play. Just froze her with that strike. Foster's got her rhythm now. Like I said, she's got 5 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings. She's issued the 1 walk and gave up the 1 hit. An unofficial hit in my book. That's going to be into the dugout wall. She fought it off. 2 strikes on Redenis, and again Foster in the driver's seat. Otter Valley out there in those blue uniforms, Mill River in the red, and got her ended with striking out the side. Senior, whoops, Darren Foster. Got me so excited I pointed the camera up at the sky there. So we're going to be scoreless going into the fourth. Sam Hansen, top of the order, starting things off here in the fourth inning for Otter Valley. She hit a ground ball back to the pitcher, went off McDonald's glove to catch him, who picked it up. The shortstop fired the first one as a 1-6-3 ground out. Bill Ledoux on deck, Laughlin number 3 this inning. Otter Valley right in the lineup where they want to be. Also, you're not in a bad position here. The road team, and the score is 0-0. You know, not a bad position at all. It was only 1-0 up in Otter Valley. Don't expect this to be a a Red Sox blowout type game here. This is going to be good eye right there. It's going to be a tight game, low scoring game. Again, McDonald's gone to 3 balls just 1 time today. And I believe she's just gone to 3 balls here on Hansen. They don't have a scoreboard here at Mill River. That's going to be a foul ball. She went down and got it, fouled it off. Again, the deal with Hansen, she's got a lot of speed, a lot of natural instincts. If she gets on base with nobody down, she's going to put a lot of pressure on the defense and to be a distraction to the pitcher. And that's going to get her on base. That's going to be a base hit. Plouffe will quickly pick it up, and Hansen with the first base hit. First base runner against McDonald. Okay, I'm not sure what, but he's going to give her third base. I'd love to have an explanation for that, but I'm not sure what, because I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying I missed it because I was focusing the camera and all that. So a big, big moment. Third base, nobody out. And Bill, all you need now is a pass ball, wild pitch, pop-up, ground ball, error, and you have the game's first run, which last time they met was the only run the teams needed. So Hansen had a base hit. Plouffe picked it up, threw the ball in. She was running down the first baseline, made no attempt to turn in, head to second base. The umpire clearly made the call and awarded her 2 bases. She sits at third with nobody down. McDonald telling her infield, you saw the meeting they had in the circle, telling her teammates, settle down, let's get back to work here. Boy, and I'll tell you, this is right. It couldn't be any better for Otter Valley. They tried the bunt, which I was wondering if you'd start seeing. I said that earlier. Get that infield moving around, get everybody thinking, put some pressure on the defense. Hansen with blinding speed at third base. It was a strike. And that's a strike. And it's not an automatic thing to see him take the bunt off with 2 strikes, even though on the foul attempt here it'd be strike 3. Big, big moment in the ballgame. First runner for either side to get to third base. And a good pitch. It was a ball, but she brought it out of the strike zone to see if she could get Bilodeau, who was down in the count 0-2, to go after it. Otter Valley looking good right now, is trying to get the first run of the game. And there's Ketchum with the catch, and she is smart. She went right over toward third base where momentum was taking her there. This is the second look through the lineup, too. Don't forget, at McDonald. And that was a pretty well hit ball right there, but Ketchum with the catch. And the first out. Now Laughlin, who struck out her first time up. But a lot of signs being flashed. McDonald was flashing him. The catcher was flashing him. Laughlin throws bunt, puts it down. Foul ball. That'll be strike 1. Bennick, of course, charging hard from first, as is Murray. 0-1 to count. A lot of tension in the air right now on the Mill River side. That's going to be foul bunt. Yeah, this is what I talk about, little things. If they've tried twice now with 2 hitters get the bunt down, and each hitter fouled off 2 attempts or missed 2 attempts at it, and it became an 0-2 count. Now, again, it's not to say Laughlin will not be bunting here. Oh, see McDonald? Oh, you know how close that had to be to strike 3? If anything, it was low. 1-2 the count. Great stop by Rao. Keeps the runner down at third base. Brings the count up, though, to 2-2. This is the last time in the count if you want to get clever as a pitcher. And it isn't the last time, but it's the best time with a 2-2 count. If you want to try the changeup, or bring the ball on a rise ball out of the strike zone. See what she does here. Tried to change up, floated in. So Laughlin has brought it back from an 0-2 count to a full count, 3-2. And it's going to be hit to catch him. She's going to come home, and that's a tag play. The run will score. Yeah, they got the runner down at second base, and she's gone. Yeah, she's out, but the run comes in. That's the most important thing. Otter Valley scores. Ketchum was there in plenty of time, threw the ball high home, and it was not a force out. That was a tag play at home base. And she brings the throw down. She's got her. So there's 2 outs, bases empty, but more importantly, 1-0 Otter Valley here in the 4th. And again, it all started off with that single by Hansen. She was awarded third base from first. And now we will be looking at Abby Gage up. She grounded out to the shortstop, Ketchum. Her only time up. And that'll be ball 1. And when it's a 6-2-6 play at second base. Because remember, it started to Ketchum, who threw to the catcher, who threw back down to Ketchum, and it was a nice throw also by Nikki Rao down to Ketchum at second base, and then Ketchum with the contact, able to hold on to the ball. Yeah, now make it 2 balls, 1 strike. So Otter Valley able to take advantage of their first hit of the ball game and take the 1-0 lead in the top of the 4th. They'll be outside. McDonald now with her second 3-ball count. Again, boy, that speed factor. Hansen put a lot of pressure on defense being that fast, and now they'll have a walk. That'll be the first walk issued by McDonald, who's got 2 strikeouts, a walk, a hit. She retired the first 9 hitters in a row. Now Megan Bradley up. She lined out to third base to Brandy Bennick. So by far the most pitches thrown in an inning by McDonald. They'll throw down to first, and yeah, Gage will be back safely, and that's going to be a ball. So McDonald having not a lot of problems with control here, but she's not pitching from up in the count like she was. She'll be down. That was a ball, the first pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball out of play, and nice catch right there by Hansen, who got the run scored, and she's up, loosening up behind the dugout. And now retrieve some of these foul balls and give them back to the umpire. So Otter Valley on the road with the lead. And that goes off from the edge of the glove, and Gage, the runner Gage will be down at second base. And again, just because there's 2 down, you really don't want to give up on, not give up, you don't have that intensity factor, because they can get a base hit here and get another run in. Runs are going to be at a premium. That's going to be caught by Murray. That will be the inning, but it'll be 1-0 Otter Valley going into the bottom of the 4th. Taryn Foster has been staked to a 1-0 lead, and she's made a habit throughout her entire varsity career to make 1-run lead stand up. And we'll see as she's hit her stride here in the game, she's found her groove, and she's got 6 strikeouts, struck out the side in the 3rd. She's given up 1 hit, 1 walk. And that's going to be ball. Chrissy Murray up, the first baseman for Mill River. Murray, Rao, McDonald due up. Mill River's had a runner as far as second base, were unable to move her around. Foster fires, and oh, nice. A little change of pace, a little elevation on the ball, and a swinging strike by Murray. Taryn Foster, like I said, has been a starter on the varsity level since her freshman year, been an impact player since her freshman year. And she played in the title game last year. And that's going to be out of play into the crowd. And a catch over there. Yeah, Otter Valley opened their season with a road loss in a tight game to Springfield, and then a home loss at 1-0 loss to Mill River, and then they've just reared off here and had 8 wins in a row. Long look in, too long for Murray. She asked for time and she'll step out. Again, both pitchers not wasting time today, getting through the innings. And that'll be the second walk by Foster, and now it becomes a matter of, again, putting pressure on the defense. Do you show small ball here with Rao, who's just got so much power, you can almost hate to do that? Or do you send Murray on a steal, Billadu with that great arm? But you got to make something happen. 1-0 Otter Valley on Munger Vision on PEGTV, and that's going to be high for a ball. Billadu will throw down to first, and Murray back ahead of the tag by Bird. You know, I got to see Rao's arm on that throw down to catch him after they didn't get the out at home base. It was a strong, accurate throw that got the runner out trying to move up from first to second. And boy, I tell you, that was power on power right there. She blew that ball past Rao, who probably gave it as nice, powerful, level swing as you'll ever see. 1-1 the count. Rao shows bunt will be a slap play. No, she's going to lay it down. Oh, it's a beauty. Laughlin will get the out, but they do move the runner up to second base with just 1 down. So Murray will go to second, and that was a close play at first base. Jessica McDonald up. She grounded out to the pitcher Foster. And Laughlin will be just about even with the bag down at third. McDonald trying to help her cause here. Oh, again, dared her to hit it, put it right in the power zone. Nice swing by McDonald, but just a lot of juice on the ball and the movement too. And that was the outside corner, great location. And it'll be too low. Mike caught the plate, but it was low, and it'll be a 1-1 count now. Otter Valley getting the run in the top of the 4th, and that's where we sit, 1-0. Foster with those 6 strikeouts, and that'll be high. 4 balls. She started the sitting off with a walk, and a sacrifice by Rao, runner at second with 1 down. McDonald, then Chambers on deck. Makes contact, foul, and an error on a fan up there. Let's give him an E12, because he's the 12th man being a fan. See Foster catching and firing. She's not taking a lot of time between pitches. She's ready. She's set. And that's going to be out of play, a foul. So nice little battle here between the 2 pitchers. Good pitches. Good job with 2 strikes falling off these balls. Such a good job that they're out of balls to throw. They have to retrieve some of these foul balls. That's thrown in by Coach Brousseau, who earlier this season up in Woodstock, Vermont, notched her 300th career victory as a coach. And it's going to float up and outside on Foster. Might have been an attempt at a changeup. McDonald has gotten the bat on the ball here for a couple fouls. Tied her up. Yep. Just got her up inside, and that's the 7th strikeout. More importantly, though, that's the 2nd out of the inning. Now Chambers up. She struck out back in the 2nd. And my scoring book, starting to get full of K's here from Foster. Look at the location. She worked McDonald up and inside for a strikeout, and then she starts Chambers off low and at the knee there for a swinging strike. Great spot. 0-2, and she's looking for strikeout number 8 to end this threat. Kayla Plouffe on deck. Again, she went high. Yeah, and they're looking down. And I don't believe Laughlin taking a few steps in, and that's going to be a foul ball. See, I have to wait because I'm shooting from ground level, and I can't actually see the chalk line over there, so I have to wait for the official. And boy, I tell you what, it had to be close. And it definitely would have scored Murray. So, again, good job by Chambers making contact with those 2 strikes on her. Foster. Billadu wants it inside. She got it right where she wanted it. Foster with the strikeout. They'll strand a runner at second, and they'll stay 1-0 Otter Valley over Mill River. Megan Giddings will be up first against McDonald here in the 5th. And again, it was 1-0 Mill River with the win on the road up in Otter Valley. Otter Valley trying to get the split here. Last year, Otter Valley took all 3 games. In the playoff game, of course, being extremely tight. That's going to be 1 pitch. Back to McDonald. There's the 1-3 ground out to retire the leadoff batter, which, remember, they didn't do that last inning, and Hanson came around to score. Now, Ashley Bird up. She struck out in the 3rd. 2 strikeouts in the game for McDonald. And she's at a spot in the order where she should be able to, or she would like to, go 1, 2, 3, and that's a swinging strike. Again, great location outside. It's Plouffe, Chambers, and Gray in the outfield. And that's going to be dropping in for a single, maybe, yep. Sometimes they get that 9-3 put out, but that's going to be a base hit with 1 down for Otter Valley. In case you're just joining us, first of all, where have you been? You've missed a great ball game. Second of all, I'll tell you that's Ashley Bird, 1 for 2 today. And now Taryn Foster up. She grounded out to the pitcher. And yeah, every run's important, so they're going to have a little meeting here, make sure everybody understands what's going on. If there's a bunt, what they want to do with it. If it's a little hit back to the pitcher, if they want to, who's covering the bag. All this stuff you got to work out so you know what you're going to do with the ball before it comes to you. Again, Rao, a junior, McDonald, a junior. Bennick, an underclassman. Redenis, an underclassman. Plouffe, an underclassman. Gray, an underclassman. But they've got a lot of experience other than Bennick and Redenis. There's a lot of experience out there in McDonald's, a 3-year starter. Rao's a 3-year starter. Ketchup's a 4-year starter. There's a swing and a miss. So 0-1 to count, and Foster didn't show any signs of bunting there. That's going to be a foul ball and strike 2. So 0-2. How crazy would it be, unexpected, to have her lay down a bunt here with 2 strikes? Foster, McDonald puts it in foul territory. Stays with an 0-2 count, and a nice job by Taryn Foster. All you want to do is make contact with those 2 strikes on you just to protect the plate, and that's what she's doing right now. Again, at infield's got Bennick at 3rd, Ketchum at short, Redenis at 2nd, Murray at 1st. And I believe we're going to have another foul ball. You can see some of the crowd here as I go around. I mean, it's lined right up here. It's looking more and more like a championship game crowd. So they'll regather the foul balls, get McDonald back in the circle. I'll tell you, there's 1 out. Runner at first base for Otter Valley, and Foster at the plate with Sarah Morrison on deck. Got her. Foul. Okay. Now, because the runner will have to go back, Bird will go back to first. If that was a swing and a miss, and the ball had gotten by Rao, they could have ran, but Foster made just enough contact. And again, that's a good job with 2 strikes. And she knows that strike zone. McDonald will go to Ketchum. There's the force out. Yep. Nice job. Good stretch by Ketchum, and they'll erase Bird. So Foster, I don't believe, will stay in at first. They'll probably bring in a courtesy runner for Taryn. There she is talking to Jessica Mainville, a former great player for Otter Valley herself, an assistant coach. And there's the assistant, or courtesy runner. And she can't run around with her. It's not an assistant runner. So a fielder's choice for Foster, and now Sarah Morrison up. She flied out. The only fly ball of the game against, I believe it was the only fly ball. I'm going back and look. Oh, we've had a couple lineouts, but it was a catch in center field by Chambers. Boy, did that pitch have some zip and down and in action on it. Strike 1. Top of the order, Hanson on deck for Otter Valley. They lead 1-0. Jessica McDonald retired the first 9 Otters in a row. And then on a play that I just, again, you got to remember, I'm doing the commentary, doing the camera work, and keeping my book. It was a single by Hanson, and when I got the camera situated and locked down, they had awarded her 2nd and 3rd base, and I honestly missed why, but she ended up at 3rd base with nobody out. That's going to be the first for Dennis, and she'll throw it out. 4-3 ground out. They'll strand 1. They'll stay with the lead. 1-0 Otter Valley going into the bottom of the 5th. Taryn Foster with 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit, and the lead. Now, many good attributes to her, but one of them is her team leadership. Her physical ability. She's got a lot going on between the ears, understands the game. And the players look up to her. Biladu behind the plate. Every great pitcher needs a great catcher. Unfortunately for Foster, she's ended up with that situation here at Otter Valley. Plouffe, Gray, and Bennick do up. Plouffe had a single that went off the shortstop's glove on the backhand side, deep in the hole. That's why I gave her a base hit. Again, I'm very unofficial. Actually, I've been told I'm irrelevant, but that's irrelevant. But I gave her a hit, and it's unofficial. And a good look by Plouffe. Will be ball 1. Foster's had at least 1 strikeout every inning. And she's looked sharp, looked razor sharp out there. Oh, that's good stuff. Really, you don't really have to say a lot, just watch it. That's good stuff. 1-1 the count with Desiree Gray on deck. Plouffe's the right fielder. And Mill River down 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Scheduled for 7. See her take something off from that? Just kind of float it in there. And again, you gotta be having your weight forward because you gotta be expecting that juice to come in there from her, that fire. And then she'll do something mean to you like that right there. And came in high with her eyes bomb, just a tad bit too high. It was, again, pitching position is a thinking person's position, and Foster's doing a lot of thinking ahead and setting the pitches up and knowing the count and knowing what the hitter's weakness is. And good job, great job by Plouffe to fight off what would have been strike 3 and fall it off and stay alive here. So they'll just reset to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 5th, Kayla Plouffe. She burst onto the varsity sports scene this fall on the soccer team, big contributor on that soccer team. And foul ball just past Laughlin and foul out of play. So they'll pick it up. That's Giddings at short. I do believe I have it right, Giddings. I get her mixed up with a lot of Megans on this team here, and I get her mixed up with Bradley, but Bradley's in center field. That's Giddings at short. You know, I should actually go around and do the whole defense for you after this pitch. That's a slow chopper, foul. Well, I'll tell you, Plouffe already having a good at bat. Just the fact she's made Foster throw some pitches here, and she's been able to make contact. I already mentioned the battery is Foster and Biladu. Third base is Laughlin. Shortstop is Giddings. Hansen's at second. Bird at first. Gage, Bradley, Morris in the outfield. Now I've done my homework. You're up to date on defense. Got her. Now, nice. Could have been the changeup, but it becomes her 3rd strikeout in a row, 9th for the game. The race is the leadoff hitter. Now Desiree Gray up, who lined out to first base, her only time up. Just tied her up. Tell you, Foster, in that championship game last year, pitched about as fine a game as you could. There's a few untimely errors made in the field, but as far as the tight game, they had I think it was 1-1 in the 6th. That's when the Linden Institute Vikings got their runs. Big swing and a miss right there by Gray. Foster looking to go into double digits for strikeouts here on Gray. She's got 9 for the game, at least 1 per inning. We're in the 5th and came back low and inside, just a little bit too low and a little bit too inside. Outfield shading the first baseline, not thinking that Gray will be able to pull a ball off from Foster. Went to the rise ball and didn't get her to bite on it. Patty Camden, the head coach over at Otter Valley, and Shirley Brousseau, the head coach at Mill River. Puts it into play. Shortstop Giddings to first, and she'll get her 6-3 ground out. Will become the 2nd out of the inning. Nobody on base, and that'll bring up Brandy Bennick, the number 9 hitter in the order. Bennick struck out back in the 3rd. And that was her only time up. That's how efficient both pitchers have been. They were getting late in the game, and it's only the 2nd time through the order for both sides. Bennick had a big game against MSJ, a couple hits. That pitch was in the dirt, skips to the backstop. Bilodeau will pick it up, and I'll be able to tell you now. I'll urge you to please watch Sports Beat, my talk show, on Channel 15, Mondays at 4:30, Tuesdays at 5:30, and Thursday nights at 9. And it'll be low for ball 2. Top of the order, Ketchum on deck. Ketchum has struck out twice today against Foster. It was Ketchum late in the game. I got the double up in Brandon on the first game between these two teams. Oh, yeah. She tried. She had good bat speed, but Foster overpowered her. Makes it a 2-ball, 1-strike count to the Mill River third baseman. Great spot. Right, watch for Bilodeau puts the target. Foster just nailed it, like she walked up and set the ball in her glove. 2-2 the count, looking for strikeout number 10. She'll have it. That'll end the side. 10 strikeouts for Foster. We'll go to the 6th, and Otter Valley up 1-0. A big moment in the game right here for both sides. Otter Valley with the lead in the 6th. We'll have the top of their order up. Will be Hanson, who grounded out and then singled and scored. The game's only run back in the 4th inning. And Mill River need to keep, because obviously runs are going to be just harder to come by than you can imagine. They need to keep it. That's going to be a swinging strike on our eyes ball. Mill River needs to shut them down, and Otter Valley right at the spot in the order. They might not get back around in this portion of their order because we're in the 6th already. So if they want to inflict some damage and put a little more spread between them and Mill River, this is the time to do it. Murray will make the catch, and that's going to be the first out of this 6th inning. Murray very good defensively. So 1 down, and again, it's important to get Hanson out because she has all that speed that puts so much pressure on your defense. Jessica Bilodeau up now. She's got it on a line and caught by Desiree Gray. Nice job defensively here by Mill River this inning, making some nice catches. Again, you're looking at 2 good defensive teams here. 2 outs for Nancy Laughlin. She struck out and then she reached on a fielder's choice. Actually, it was her ground ball that got the only run in. It was a ball hit to Ketchum at short. She came home trying to get the runner out. Throw came in high. The runner was able to slide underneath the tag. Rao alertly threw down to second base where Ketchum had gone over to cover the bag because Laughlin tried to go down and stretch that out to second base, got tagged out on the play. But she did what she had to do with the runner in scoring position. She made contact with the ball. Bennett, nice grab, and the throw and the out. So they did their job defensively. They erased the top 3 in the 6th inning. We stay 1-0 going in the bottom of the 6th. Otter Valley with the lead. And the same deal here for Foster and Otter Valley. They're going to be looking at the top of the order with Ketchum leading things off. And in the 6th inning, bottom of the 6th actually, could be the last time around this portion of the order for Mill River. So it could be, if they're going to get something done, this is a spot to do it. We're in the bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Otter Valley. That run coming back in the 4th inning. Ketchum today has struck out twice against Foster. It was Ketchum in the first game that had the only hit of the ball game. It ended up being the only run of the game. It was a double. It's going to be Ketchum or Dennis Murray, and Rao will hit number 4 if they get that far. 10 strikeouts in the game for Foster. She's had 2 walks and allowed 1 hit. Oh, that was off the fist. Straight back for a fall. I remember Ketchum already got slammed on the fingers. She was close there to getting one on the fingers also. And Ketchum looking to get things started, wants to get on base here. And a good eye right there as that ball sailed too far inside. Getting Birds at first defensively, Hanson at second. Giddings is at short, Laughlin at third. Bilodeau, always a catcher during the games behind the plate. Morris and Bradley Gage the outfield. And it's going to be a 2-strike count now on Ketchum. Again, she wants to shorten that swing up a tad and maybe choke up a little bit on the bat. 2 strikes. She's been struck out twice already today. Foster looking for a trifecta on her. And foul ball. Good job. Nice pitch by Foster. Good job following off by Ketchum. Everybody did what they're supposed to do there. You're watching Munger Vision on PEGTV. Mill River's game today. Mill River at home in their red uniforms, Otter Valley in the blue, and Taryn Foster firing away. Got her third time today. She got Ketchum, but this time she got her looking. 11 strikeouts in the game, and now Chelsea Redenis up. She's flied out the first and struck out. Well, that's a big gift. First of all, you're getting one of the best hitters in the lineup for Mill River, and you're getting a leadoff hitter gone. And that's going to be in and cut off nicely by Bradley in center field. But Redenis, with the second hit of the game, standing down there at first base. And again, now all the thinking starts. Murray up. She walked her last time up. She's actually walked twice today. She's been stranded at second. Mill Rivers hasn't got a runner past second base today. They have nobody go to third. One out, and if you sacrifice her over, then you're... Well, you don't have to worry about it now. She'll be able to come down on that wild pitch. So I was about to say, with the one out, if you sacrifice her over, she's going to be at second base with two down. So she'll advance on the wild pitch from Foster. Murray. See the knob of the bat. She has choked up a little bit, and that's going to be too far inside. That'll be a ball two. 2-0 with Nikki Rao on deck. I do not believe you'll see any steals here unless it is a wild pitch or pass ball, because you want to take the bat out of Rao's hand. Say if Murray gets out and you throw Redenis out trying to steal, then you've got Rao coming up in the seventh with nobody on base. And Billadu wants to have a chat with her pitcher. Not sure why. Taryn's thrown well. She gave up just that hit to Redenis after striking out Ketchum. And again, the crowd, excellent. Too bad the crowds could be like this for every game, not just the big rivalry game like this, because they got quality softball. You go up to watch Otter Valley play, you're going to be watching a good team play. You come down to Mill River, you're going to be watching a good team play. You go to West Rutland, you're going to be watching a good team play. I mean, it's all around you. Foster winds up, fires, and that's going to be a nice stop and a walk. So Murray will have walked 3 times today. Puts runners at first and second with one down for Nikki Rao. She struck out, and then she had a sacrifice bunt. I want to see where Laughlin will play at the corner. Each corner, Bird and Laughlin both even with the bag on the corners. Not that that means anything, but I'm just trying to set the stage for you. Rao has had some big hits this year for Mill River, but it's very rare that you get matched up with such an extraordinary pitcher as Foster. Well, here we go. What could be the ball game? I know we're only in the bottom of the 6th, but Mill River's best offensive chance right here. 2 on, 1 down. Rao, the cleanup hitter, at the plate. And Foster nibbling right now. She was attacking earlier. Right now she's nibbling. It's gone to 2 balls, no strikes. She's given up a single and a walk, and also had a strikeout this inning. All 3 walks she's issued have been to Chrissy Murray of Mill River. And that one. And see Foster, with that reaction, she knows already. She's got to level off and take it 1 pitch at a time. I believe it's 3 balls, no strikes. Then you got to start thinking, if hypothetically, if she does walk Rao, it's 1 down, then small ball does come into play. Great pitch. And that's what she's experienced. She's very smart. Settle yourself down, go 1 pitch at a time. We've already seen her come back from a 3-ball count before and get the out. And Coach Camden going to come on out and get some camera time. Coach Bruce will go have a talk with her hitter. So we're having conferences everywhere. Nobody ever comes out and talks to me, and I guess that's a good thing. But I would like to remind you that Sports Beat, my talk show, has been on for a long, long time on public access, and it's on Mondays at 4:30, Tuesdays at 5:30, and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. And again, you're watching Mill River, Otter Valley, round 2. First game of the year between these 2 schools was up in Brandon, and it went to Mill River 1-0, and Otter Valley right here up 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. And a little nubber. And see now Foster's okay. She's back to a 2-2 count. She would love to ring out an even dozen right here and have her 12th strikeout. McDonald awaits on deck. Foster still out there directing some traffic. Wow, you see the end of her bat. She's choked up here with 2 strikes. And that's going to get the runners down to second and third. Oh, you know, actually, I lost the count. That's a walk. Okay. I got excited. People don't believe it. I get into this stuff. I love softball. That was a walk. Sorry about that. That's why everybody took off. It was a walk. So 1 out. Bases juiced. McDonald up. She struck out her last time, and she's had a little comebacker to Foster. There's ball 1. You better believe anything hit on any, because the infield's drawn in. Everybody's in. Anything hit on the infield's coming home. It's a force out, too. There's no tag out play here. There's a force out at any base. Great pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. McDonald, same objective Laughlin had with a runner in scoring position for Otter Valley. She wants to make contact. There's two strikes. Yeah. She wants to make contact. Chambers on deck. Best threat of the game for Mill River. And boy, I tell you what, she was aggressive. She went up the ladder, chased a pitch out of the strike zone, and fouled it off. Again, there's good arms out there to throw runners out, and that's going to be a pass ball. No, and the coach hollering to get back, get back. Oh, I could hear the coach from Mill River. Oh, you don't think they're not into it? Let me tell you. When I could hear making the call in center field where I am with a headset on. Yeah, that would have been a tough play to score on. It would have been a close play, but McDonald, though, the important thing here is she's still got the 2 strikes. She's got to make contact. She's got to put the ball in play. She doesn't want to get caught with a strikeout. Foster with 11 strikeouts. Great stop. See, Billadu, too, she's clever behind the plate. She made the block of the ball, and then she pushed it away from her and made it look like, oh, I'm chasing the ball. See if she could get the runners kind of like to bait them into getting away from the base, where then she'd pick it up and snap a throw down. To wind up the pitch. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Pitcher's pitch there. 1 below the knee called for a strike. 2 down now, bases loaded, 12 strikeouts for Foster, none bigger than that one. Chambers up, she struck out both times today. Great stop. I'll tell you what, if they don't score here, if Otter Valley holds them with the bases loaded without a score, Foster should buy Billadu dinner, because she's made 3 or 4 blocks back there that have saved the runners moving up. Nice pitch. Yeah, you got to get aggressive. I'll tell you what, if you're going to lay down a suicide, there's a 1-1 count. This is the time to do it. Swinging away, strike 2. Foster just 1 strike away from getting out of this bases loaded jam in the bottom of the 6th with Otter Valley up 1-0. And this is what I was talking about. Each pitcher has the ability to get themselves out of trouble because they're a power pitcher. They have the ability to get the out they need themselves in a tight spot. She did it! 13 strikeouts. Mill River will leave the bases loaded. I think the big smile on Billadu's face says it all. Well, Jessica McDonald has pitched a whale of a ball game. She retired the first 9 Otter Valley players she faced. She struck out 2, but she's been in control the whole game. And again, it was a freaky play, an intangible thing that I talked about. The base hit by Hansen. The umpire awarded her 3rd base after she had singled. And that was, so far, what's become the difference in the ball game. It was 1-0 Mill River and Otter Valley. Right now it's 1-0 Otter Valley. Here at Mill River, we're in the top of the 7th. You're looking at Abby Gage, Megan Bradley, and Megan Giddings due up. And Gage today is grounded out to shortstop, and then she's walked. And that'll be low for a ball. Of course, if you're Mill River, first things first, you got to get out of this inning and keep the deficit at just 1 run. Mill River will come to the plate in the 7th with the 7, 8, 9 hitter due up. Again, they had the table set at the top of the order. The last inning, they got the bases loaded, and Taryn Foster rose to the occasion like great pitchers do and shut the door on them. It's actually a goosebump moment. That's going to be out of play. So Gage will go back, get in the box. We'll get McDonald a new ball, and we'll just do it over again. Bennett, Ketchum, Redenis, Murray, Chambers, Plouffe, and Gray. That's the defense. That's put into play. Bennett up and got her. I'll tell you what, that Mill River defense looking sharp as usual. Again, wouldn't it just be a dream to get these two teams over in Pulte in the finals this year? Bennett at third has been flawless today. Now Bradley up, she's 0 for 2. So umpire steps in and gets set. Bradley flied out to first and lined out to third. Great pitch, big swing and a miss, strike one. Mill River coming in at 13-0. Otter Valley coming in at 8-2 with an 8-game winning streak. That's a little chopper. That's going to be a tough play. Bennett will set, fire, and get her. So Bennett again showing you how valuable she's been this year in her first year of varsity ball. But, the season's still got quite a ways to go. Some big games coming up. But this won't put them even in the standings because of the loss to Springfield by Otter Valley to start the season off, and Mill River has swept Springfield. This would be the first loss of the year, and the first league loss for Mill River if it's to hold up. We still got the bottom of the 7th to go. That looks playable. Plouffe says she's got it, and she does not. And again, see how much that will come into play. You cannot give up extra outs, and that'll be the first error unofficially on Mill River. And what had happened was she caught it in the palm of the glove, not in the pocket. Now bring up Ashley Bird, struck out and singled. Again, not a lot of base hits to talk about today, and there usually isn't when these two pitchers get together. They're going to pick it up, and that's the inning. Mill River with 3 outs left, either tie it or win it. They're down 1-0. Taryn Foster coming out for the 7th with 13 strikeouts. Taryn Foster with 13 strikeouts, 4 walks, 2 hits. And no more display of true guts and glory than in that last inning with the bases loaded and 1 out. She ended the inning with back-to-back strikeouts to put an end to that threat. And you're looking at Kayla Plouffe up. And there is a ball. Due up, Plouffe, Gray, Bennett. Plouffe has singled and struck out, so she's 1 for 2 today. Laughlin even with the bag at third. Yep, Foster has been Foster today. You've seen a lot of different pitches. You've seen her dominate. She struck out the side. 1, 2, 3 in the third. She struck out all 3 outs for strikeouts in the 6th. And couldn't get her to nibble at that one. Couldn't get her to go up the ladder and chase it. And just quickly, I'd like to welcome and thank all the viewers in the Otter Valley area for welcoming me to their games up at Otter Valley and here. Then also to welcome all the Mill River fans, allow me to do their sports. And it's a strike, 2 strikes, quickly to Plouffe. And again, what you got to do here, you need a run, you need runners, and if you need a run. Otter Valley looking to put an end to Mill River's 13-game winning streak. Get the split on the regular season. Oh, I got that outside corner. 14 strikeouts for Foster. 3 strikeouts in a row now. And Desiree Gray up. She's flied out to first and grounded out to short. We're getting through to Bird. And there's a possibility that both these games will be 1-0 wins. They'll split that way. And there's 2 down. Foster with the throw out. 1-3 on the, if you're keeping score at home. First of all, if you're keeping score at home, you've got to get a life, really. But Foster and Otter Valley 1 out away from gaining revenge on Mill River and getting the split. And again, oh my God, wouldn't it just be awesome to get these 2 schools in the championship game over in Pulte. Brandy Bennett up. She has struck out twice today. She'll lay out that pitch. Came in letter high for a ball. Taryn Foster, she's an emotional young lady. She's a fired up young lady, and she could throw another 10 innings right now. 1-1 to count on that pitch at the knee, called a strike. Doesn't get any better than this game today. Ball. So Mill River down to their final strike. Foster already with 14 strikeouts in the game. And she's not talking to me. She's talking to that out. She chats it up with that defense all game long. So here we go. 2 strikes, pitch on the way, and just a tad high. Smart pitch, though. No need to throw a meatball when you're up 2 strikes in the count. No, it's 2-2 now. I think you'll probably see her just go right after her. Got her, and Foster's going to have a 15 strikeout performance. Otter Valley will get the win, 1-0 over Mill River. And just a great effort by both sides, and you got to see 2 of the state's best pitchers today in Jessica McDonald and Taryn Foster. Round 1 went to McDonald. Round 2 will go to Foster. And again, I hope you've enjoyed this softball action on Munger Vision on PEGTV. Congratulations to Otter Valley. Great effort by Mill River. Always get out there, support your student athletes, and always support Munger Vision.